We're
been
back for number two.
I had to reschedule, and I'm sorry. I apologize to my boy Gray. I'm sorry, bro. You know,
All good,
a
brother.
lot of life shit happens, and a lot of shit gets put in the back burner. But we're here now, and that's all
Mm-hmm.
that fucking matters.
There.
How hype are you right now for the second book, man? How do you feel?
I mean,
How you feeling?
let's just get into it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I think I went back and I was thinking about when we spoke, and we were both kind of right and wrong about what this issue was going to give us.
Right.
Like we seem to have gotten a little bit of everything we thought, right? But not maybe not as much of it. But I think that's again the beauty and the way I always say, like, again, you know that Tinian's like my guy out of all writers at the moment, right?
Right.
So it might sound like I'm just like dick riding, but he's just in his like a zone right now where it's like, you know how people have like eras, like, you know, MJ had an era, Kobe had an era,
Mm-hmm.
LeBron had an era. It's like this is just not to say that it's just now, but he just seems to be hitting like on all cylinders. You know what I mean? And the writing, the pacing, everything just seems to hit. And I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as like wow as the first one, because I think the first one meant to have that shock value, kind of like that.
Right.
A lot of people were like, "Oh, that was hard to read," and I'm like, "Shit." If you grew up watching the shit I watched on the internet, that was light, you know, like that was.
Right.
But it was unsettling. It was an unsettling story. The second book, if I had to rate it, I'm gonna say like 7.5 to 8 out of 10.
Wow. So that is a dramatic drop from your 10.
Yeah,
Nine point
because I
five.
think I went too hard. I think I went too hard. Like I did, because then I went to like a 9.5. So I think I'm gonna say like an 8. I'll be good at like an 8.
So what did you not like in about this comic the second time?
If, I wouldn't say that I didn't like. I think I just wasn't as like engaged to the level I was with the first issue. Like he
Mm-hmm.
came out the gate like really like wow.
He did.
But there was stuff that he did in this one that I loved as well. And like you got like an introduction to some new people and like pieces of like how it all connects. The one thing that stood out to me most is, you know, the that group from the first issue. I don't remember the names, but the guys that kind of had the undernet first, like the guys
Yeah.
that had it plugged in. I it's so reminiscent of Nice House on the Lake, like how
Mm-hmm.
those people are coming together, like getting that weird invite. They don't want to come, but they somehow manage to come. The same thing, I think his name was Walter, the dude in Nice House,
Mm-hmm.
right? He was somehow convincing these people to come, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
same thing. But no, it wasn't that I didn't like it. I very much liked it. I guess I just didn't think it was as good as the first one,
Yeah.
but it's still incredible, still excited. You know, still give you that type of. And dude, you're gonna compare the cliffhanger from this issue to the first one, dude getting shot in the head, and now we just got some titties lighting fires. You know, it's a little different the way it
Yeah.
ended. What
Um.
about you? I just blabbled on. What
No.
do you
No. No.
think?
No. I love to hear everything you were saying. I want to say first thing. The predictions we had from the first book at the end of it. I asked you what you thought that this book was gonna
Yeah.
be. Remember what you said, right?
Yep.
You said it was. I think it was be like a filler, right, or something like a filler
No,
book.
I said we were gonna get more of the story of like that group,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the undernet people, and we didn't really. We got some, but we didn't get. And just like you, I can't remember. You said some. We were gonna get. I think something with, was it the
Yeah,
brother?
the brother,
But,
right?
but we didn't get. We got a
No.
little bit of everything.
Yeah,
We got a
yeah,
little bit, which is good too, though.
yeah, yeah.
Which is good too.
For me, this book felt like a filler book. Like you said, we're still following the main story of what we read in the first book, and we're just expanding on that one. We didn't, like you said, touch on a lot of other stories that they can do, because there's so much ideas now that James has on his
Mm-hmm.
book. There's so much character development to spread through maybe 10 characters alone in this book, from the first book
Mm-hmm.
and the second book. There has to be a lot of characters, so he has to weed through everything to make sure which one of these are going to be main character type status. You know what I'm saying?
For
So
sure.
the opening scene was very fucking funny to me. When Foster, which is a crazy fucking name, walks
And
in.
she went to the house, right?
Yeah, she goes through the house, and fucking Fear, which is the naked girl now with the titties out. Her name is Fear, I'm guessing, right? Fear.
Oh, that's good. I didn't even
Yeah,
know if
and
that
it's
was the
it's spelled with a
with
P
a PH.
PH 4 E 3 R, whatever the fuck. So her name
I
is
just, I just, I just, yeah, I just call it Titty Killer.
so Fear walks
Yeah.
behind Foster, and then she makes a comment. Hold on, I'm looking at my notes because it was so funny. She like the monster walks behind, not the monster, the girl walks behind Foster, and she's like, "Damn, it smells funny in here." You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. James Tinian makes like little funny jokes, and it's like,
Uh-huh.
damn, that girl probably stank like a motherfucker because she can smell it from right behind her. So
You got that juice smell.
yeah, I had to fucking like just highlight that because I was just like, James puts very hilarious fucking dialogue in his stories. It's really really funny. And another thing that I did is that I made a fuck counter. How many times did James Tinian use the word fuck in World Tree number 2? You know how much fucks did I fucking count in that fucking book, bro?
How many?
25.
Can I tell you the truth? I was going to say
25.
26 as a guess. I don't know why I was going to say 20. I swear to God, I was about to say 26.
25 fucks. Okay, like I said, another disclaimer. This is definitely not for fucking children. This is an adult review. So there's
I
gonna
already know where you're going.
there's gonna be a lot of fucking fucks, a lot of fucking fags, and a lot of fucking fags fucking. That's all I'm gonna say. If you read the book, you know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course.
Dude.
But I tell you, that type of dialogue is also in Department of Truth.
Yeah.
Exact same. Like if you've read it, like I remember one of the first times because it stuck out to me is I can't remember what issue it was, but I remember he's like what faggoty fag drink are you ordering something at the bar? He's talking to because the main character is gay.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he says something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it's like he insinuated like, hey fag, like what fag drink are you gonna order, right? But either way, like it's what I actually, not to go off topic, but that's like one of the things I like about the comics though. It's refreshing that you can have that kind of dialogue and there's not this outrage where it's like, even now if it's in a movie when it's just normal like things that happen in life, it's like everyone gets up in arms. But I love that he does that because that's real life. That's what people say and do, whether and they mean it, if they mean it in a playful way, a hateful way. It's a part of the language. It's just about how we use these words, right? It's like a kid saying a bad word, right? We just tell our kids those are adult words, right? If someone says fuck, like I don't want my kid saying fuck. I try not to say it around them, right?
Yeah.
But they also know it's like, oh, that's an adult word, right? To make it seem like it's this spooky word. I think that's weird too for kids. Just it's a part of the English language. There's a time and place, I guess, to use these words. Maybe not all of them, but yeah.
It's all about context. It's all about how you use them.
Every intent and context.
Yes, it's
massive. Two things that I've recently read. Dude, I read in like an article. Not to talk, but they were trying to justify this article. These days, these people that write this, they were trying to explain how context and intent are not like what matters. And I'm like, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters, bro.
That's the only thing that matters.
How you say it, bro. For real.
Like,
that's a thought. It's a really thin fucking line between being fucking, you know what I mean, like really offensive and just using the word as a term. For real.
Exactly.
And how your intent is, how you fucking present it. Like that's the same thing with a lot of like how arguments and disagreements are fucking, misconstrued. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, are you fucking coming at me? Like, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, chill out. We're just talking.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, it's just how you fucking said it. You know what I mean? And it's like, so that's the same. The same rules apply, bro. I just but back to the review. That was a really funny fucking take right there. That dude that said all that is becoming to be my favorite character. And I just found out. Yeah, he's funny as shit. He's so fucking funny.
What's his name? Nicky?
His name is, hold on. There's so much shit.
Silk
Gallo.
Is the girl, right?
Special Agent Gallo. That's his name. That dude's funny.
Who's Nikki?
As fuck.
Oh, maybe Nikki's the girl. Nikki Silk.
Yeah. Silk, right? Silk. Yeah. That dude's Gallo. That dude's funny as fuck, man. And then
he's just a hardened old man that's tired of his job and all the fuck shit.
Right, dude. Dude, that's some real shit though. Like, he still got a cool fucking job. You know what I mean? Doing what you do. but you're like, oh my god, it's still a fucking job. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
of
yeah,
course.
but oh, fucking going back into like the interrogation room with Ellison, that random fucking lawyer that came in to bail him out, and like
Who's that?
who the fuck is the boss of
Yeah,
that's you know what I mean? Like there's so much shit that James is like, you know
because
what I
we
mean?
never got the panel of them going in the car, right? It went to the house after that.
Yeah, it
Like we
was
don't
yeah,
know
it
who
went
was in
to
the
yeah.
car.
We don't know.
Oh, okay,
We don't
okay.
know.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But that's what I love. But that's what he does good, bro. He gives you enough of each one. And what's good too about the way he does these books, even the previous, you don't always have to go back and be like, oh, I mean, like, of course, you sometimes you have to catch up on some things again. But there's times where there's a book I'll read and I go to the next issue and it's like, did I miss like 10 other issues between this? Like, what the hell happened? But he kind of keeps things so like tight and concise that you can kind of it's easier to keep up with, how I feel.
Yeah, I totally understand, man. And it's just like my problem is just that I don't, as a writer, I try not to, you know what I mean, overload the amount of characters into a book so that, you know, the reader, the person that's, you know, reading it is not, it's a lot, you know,
Oh, bro.
character overload. Because it's like,
Shoot. I agree.
yeah, it's like damn. So because it's like when you read the third book, you have to remember 10 characters' names, 10 characters' backgrounds that some of them are not even touched yet. You know what I mean? And then it's like so we have to figure out who's the boss of whoever that you know that got Ellison out. Who the fuck is fucking Ellison and his girlfriend's boss? That's what I want to know too, because I don't fucking know. He's just talking in the background with them. You know what I mean?
And the art can also make that thing harder too.
Yes.
Right. With the amount of characters, like I don't know if you've read like Little Monsters, the Jeff Lemire book, which I enjoyed.
Right.
But with the way the art is, there's a lot of characters in that book. So there's times where it's, whoa, like I need to go back and that's like that other book that people love. I have it. What's the furthest place from here?
Yeah. You told me about it.
I read the first issue and I had to stop. I think there's like 19 characters you meet or something. And I'm like, I can't even.
Crazy.
And I hear it's I hear that book's amazing, but I can't. My brain can't handle that right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Cause and it's like you overload yourself as the writer writing the story, and it's like, and that's a lot of the mistakes. That's a lot of the mistakes because it's like, well, what the fuck happened to goddamn Jeff? Where the fuck did Jeff go? And then like nobody fucking knows. Like we just stopped writing about him in the second book. We're in the 12th book. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. It's like the same thing with Donny Cates' store run. You know what I mean? Like you make a character, and he's like, we just don't fucking talk about it for a very long time. Like, and it's like, what the fuck? Well, now you want to bring it back, and it's been 20 issues, and I'm like, okay, now I have to get my refresher back into my brain for that to be. So that's something that I wish Tynion can cut back on.
But that's the other thing, bro. For all we know, like we don't know if this guy has 10 issues written in his head or 50. Like we don't even know, right?
True.
And that's actually one of the frustrating things that, again, I know Batman's your boy like me, but are you still reading Batman? Like you read the recent one?
I read the rest of it. Yeah, I did.
Okay, so like some people that I've read online, like they don't like how kind of like, well, what failsafe? We had that huge arc, and now he's just like non-existent. Like, what are we doing with him?
He got concluded though. That's the thing. Why you can when people complain?
How did he get concluded? What do you mean? He's still out there.
Yeah, that's right. He's still out there. But like as a writer, you don't want to just because if you already wrote like 10 to 12, 15 issues on a character you just created, you want to have some type of sort of conclusion so that he can transition into another story. Unfortunately, it became this weird fucking Elseworld story, which I did not like at all.
No. It picked back up. The 136 was dope.
Yeah, exactly. Because now we're back to the real shit.
Yeah, that's my point. But Phil said we just saw him murk everybody, and then that was it.
Yeah. I don't know where he's at.
But to your point, that's like what you're saying. Like, so you built this like 5 or 6 issue arc, whatever it was, which was incredible, and now what happened to the main dude that just murked Justice League to fucking pieces? Like, where did he go?
On the shelf, on the goddamn shelf. Just he's just on the shelf. Like how when James Tynion, perfect guy, James Tynion was writing Batman at the time. The first villain he used was the Joker in Joker Wars, and after that was done, what do you do with your toys after you play with them? You put them back on the shelf. You don't fucking kill them off. You're like, okay, I played with my toys. It's done story. Put it back where you found it. Or you can be like Tom King and you can kill off Alfred and don't put the toy back on the shelf and make that fucking continuity. That's crazy. But okay, but we're not talking about that. That's another discussion for another time. But yeah, back to it. Like fucking Foster's in the damn room just taking pictures of all this damn evidence so that they can push this podcast they've been working on, and she gets fucking possessed by the undernet. They have a login and she's like tripping
but
balls.
Not fully, right? Because it ended with them saying we can still get to her. Remember those two people that came in?
I was gonna get to that, right after that.
Oh, my bad.
No, you good. And then we're introduced to what happened, bro? Another two brand new fucking characters.
But I can keep up with that. I mean, I don't find that too many. What are we at? Like 6 to 8? I don't find it too many, bro.
But Greg, that's only 2 books, my boy. You get what I'm saying?
but we might not get anybody else.
I hope not. Listen,
we might not. I'm sure we will, but we might not.
Okay. So what is too much for you then? What is too much characters? So we're at 8 right now. We'll guesstimate 8.
No, hold on. We have Ellison, Fossa, we have Fear. We have now the 2 cops.
Yep, that's 5.
And now we met the reporter, 6.
That's
if
2.
If you keep it under 10, I'm Gucci. Under 10.
Yeah. There's still the boss from the number 1 book though, bro. That's running. That's what. That's
7.
And then they got the 2 workers on the side with the beard and the long hair and the glasses. That's another one. And then his fucking sidekick, that little blonde boy, then when they're chilling in the bar. That's 10, right?
Oh yeah, and there's all the guys from the undernet.
That's like 10, right?
Okay, just simmer down, Shane. Okay, don't attack me, bro. Don't attack me.
I'm not, bro. I'm not.
No, you're right. Okay,
pushing it though. It's pushing
again,
it.
Okay. Again, testament to James's writing. Maybe he has a way of balancing these things. And the other thing I like too, the other thing, I don't know, I have to go back. I don't know if it's the art, because then shout out to the artist. But when he brings characters in, it's almost like they're isolated. Like when we met the 2 cops, the tone and the color of the art was different. Those 2 cops, that was different. So that in my mind, it's like, okay, that's one thing, right? Fosta and Fear were like in their own thing, right? And then we like. Again, I might just be trying to justify this in my own mind, but to me, it's better than like if these people were all on a panel, like the same thing. I think then it would be a lot. Whereas you're only ever seeing no more than like 4 people in each time that they're explaining something. To me, anyway.
Yeah. So we get like you know, like we're going on to the next part of the book.
Okay, but whoa, hold on. Before we go to the next part, let me ask you. Was there something that stood out that you actually liked that they did that you didn't expect? Because I can tell you my thing if you want me to start.
For me, it was the introduction to that special agent Gallo guy. He actually no, for real, honestly, like he actually brought more comedic tone to the story, and it kind of like, you know, if we didn't have this like, you know what I mean, type of break inside of this story, it will be a linear story. But now you introduce a character to bring to the balance of all the crazy shit.
Yeah, I hear you.
You fucking need that because
of course
it'll be just overkill on just like, oh, this is the undernet. We're gonna fucking kill everybody and take care. Like we need some like character developing like that. So that's perfect for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's actually a really good point. No, and there's layers. So what I liked, and even though this could change, what I liked thus far is I liked how they kind of humanize Fear. Because my worry was because when that cop said like, oh, I've been chasing her for 6 months or whatever, this person, my worry was she was going to be like some AI thing that wasn't real. When there's like a human connected to it, it hits a little different. You know what I'm saying? So at least thus far, I'm glad. That was I guess my little like under the radar kind of enjoyable thing. I like that they made her human, because then you know that what she's capable of. Like an AI thing, there's no emotion, there's no consciousness, right? Whereas that person, that human, is, even if under the influence, is choosing to act this way, right? So
That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. But like I said, going to the two detectives,
Hmm.
that was such a weird fucking conversation, man. That was really funny.
When they were walking into the station,
Well, no, that was funny too. That was a funny ass one, but
that's when all the F bombs came out, and I'm
yes.
not fuck ones.
I think I don't know if I have this quoted. Hold on, let me see. He was talking about this, like you said, his fag friend or something, and how like he was having sex with other dudes, and
Yeah.
he said that I got this fag friend of mine and goes to this faggy rub and tug downtown, and I was just when I read that line in the comic, I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, what? That shit was crazy. Like I said, Gallow's wild, bro. He
Yeah.
said all that in the open in front of everybody. You know what I mean? In
Yeah.
a crowd full of people. So obviously Gallo don't give a fuck.
No, he don't give a shit.
No, he don't give a fuck where he at.
No.
That's why I like him because he
Thug
real,
life on his belly and
bro.
all. He just go.
But he's real as shit. That's why I like him. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I said, I'm talking. He's smoking his cigarette and he's fucking rocking around, cool as shit. I don't give a fuck.
Absolutely.
Got this faggot.
He's like that typical like cop that's been like around, like divorced,
20
been around
years.
for a while. Yeah.
I seen it all.
Always a drink in his hand. You know?
On some lethal weapon shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting too old for this shit. Like the other conversation between the other two detectives that were watching over the house. And she was talking about how she couldn't find a man.
Like the date.
Yeah, dude, I was just like, it was so.
I thought they were just gonna hook up there. I'm not gonna lie,
dude. For real, that's why I said to you. I was reading there. I was like, this is getting really intimate. And then she's like, tell me about your sex life, or tell me. And then next, that's when they went inside the house. They seen somebody that was moving in there, and then it was like they caught Foster getting possessed in the internet and stuff like that.
I can't remember. Did we ever get a reason as to why or who sent them there? I can't remember that.
No, they just showed up.
To burn the place down.
I don't know. I don't know if they're just regular detectives that just showed up because it's a crime scene, like a crime.
But do we
scene
know
type?
that they're detectives for sure, bro? I gotta
say I don't know. Yeah. I read it. I read it twice, and I don't know. They just showed up. They just showed up. That's all I know.
Gas candle, bro. They lit like around the perimeter. Remember?
Yeah.
Because then that's the titty is who lit it up at the end.
Yeah, that shit was wild, bro. That shit was wild as hell. At the end, like when they burn down the house, like.
Well, at least that's what we assume is right. No, do we see the house burning?
No.
We just see the lighter, like she hit it. Yeah.
That was the end of the book. Mm-hmm. Overall, I gave it 1 through 10. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
You got that real. You're the good type of. See me, I'm like that. Woo, 10s and 9s. Like I'm like a CGC on crack. Like these high grades. Like no. I'm gonna stick with my my 7.5 to 8 range. Because I still very much enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I mean a 6. That's a drop off because I think you gave the first one a 7 or 8.
7.5.
So we came down about the same amount, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
Roughly. So. I guess your reasons are similar to mine. Like it was good, but still not. Wait, that seems for a book that you sound like you enjoy. 6 kind of that's like mid.
Mid for me is 5. I always say that in the middle of 10. That's why I say. So it's above mid. It's like I
feel like deep down in your heart, bro, it's like you're like a 7. I think you're just playing tough right now. I think you're at a 7.
Honestly, my wife tells me I really review really hard and I grade really hard on a lot of things.
Good thing.
But to be honest, it's like because I know James Tynion's potential. I know how he's creative he is, and I feel like he can push for more. But then, like I said, I don't know if this is going to be a continuum. I don't know if it's going to be 30 issues of a story. Could be 12 issues of a story. Could be fucking 10. I don't fucking know. But like
that's true.
Wherever the pacing is right now, whatever he decides it to be. I want him to fucking always step up because, like I said, James won the Eisner Award for Best Writer, best fucking title, and I'm expecting a lot from you. That's like you being the MVP in NBA. I expect you to fucking be the best.
That's fair.
Donny Cates had the fucking same mentality every time he wrote a fucking story in Marvel. He was like, I'm the shit, Noel's the shit, and I'm the best. I'm the fucking best. But like I said, that's to some other people, and after a while, it kind of tanked off for me too. Like he started strong in Venom, but then like he kind of like faltered off for me. But James has been innovative. He's been great. Something's Killing the Children's going to fucking Netflix, bro. Like you're a fucking amazing writer.
Yeah.
And I need you to bring that every fucking time, man. And like I said, his Batman run was like 50%. 50% was it good. The other 50% wasn't as good for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's an interesting take. Like I've only read his indie stuff. I mean, you got to assume he puts the same amount of effort into each project. Obviously, some maybe more than others because there might be a personal attachment to it. But I feel like he gives a shit about everything he does. I don't know if that comes down to also publisher. Like
Yes.
Boom Studios is Somebody's Killing the Children, and now the books lately he's been doing are with Image, right? I don't know if that plays into anything, but I don't know, man. I really don't know because. Are people anticipating because Somebody's Killing the Children is so hot that everything now that he does there's that potential? It feels that way, right? That like people are hoping that it's gonna hit the same way.
So we have creators, we have writers, and we have people that just strive for greatness regardless of what they do. A good example is like Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld, Jim Lee, people that make characters that are bigger than life now, that have live action fucking characters.
Right.
And for somebody like James to create a story comic book in the modern era, and for it to be picked up by Netflix into a live action series is a fucking huge accomplishment. It's really fucking big, bro. Like we are still trying to get characters that were created by Stan Lee in the 60s to try and hit the fucking silver screen. This dude did it in not even a fraction of his fucking writing career. That
came out 2019 too, right? That book?
It's impressive, yes. Yeah, like around 19. 19, yeah.
It was 19.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm sorry, but I have to hold you accountable for that shit.
No, that's good.
Yeah, and it's like the Batman run for me, like the Joker Wars was fantastic. But when he did the story with the Scarecrow, it was the same shit as Joker War. I don't know if a lot of people are gonna like that what I said, but it's fucking real. I read it just.
I love Scarecrow, so that's cool that he used that.
Yeah, like I said, 50% was good, 50% was not good. But this one, like you said, we both went down. Like a 1.5 from last
roughly,
time. Yeah. But I mean, there's still a lot of room to grow. It's still a lot of good story to hear, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? So. I'm still gonna be reading it with you, bro. Like I said, third issue, we're still gonna be reviewing that as well. I'm gonna upload this later and do some editing, and yeah, I'll catch you next time.
Get some sleep though, too, bro. Get some sleep too, bro.
I'm gonna try, man. You know the goddamn kids, man. You too, my brother. All right, you take it easy, brother.
Later, brother.
All right,
peace.
Man. All right.